starting trouble. You can go on the road and fight somebody. You've started a thing, and it might land you somewhere that you don't want. But starting something reasonable,
Yeah.
like starting something in real estate,
Yeah.
is, I feel like, one of the boldest moves anyone can ever make. It will cost you time. It will cost you sleep. It will cost you money.
Yeah.
Starting Cashmere, bro.
All right.
How was it for you?
Someone said something. I'll start off with these. A mentor said something just some years ago. He said that anything that is worth doing is worth doing well.
Yeah.
Now, there isn't any journey that is without any challenge, and I'll tell you, my journey in business has not been devoid of challenge. I have my own fair share of the challenge. I've been through that, but I can tell you, these challenges have made me who I am.
But when you say challenges, let's just make it, so that the layman can really pick up on these things when it comes to starting some of the real estate, like Cashmere Group. Can you just give me one or two challenges that you faced when you were starting this?
All right. We didn't start by me telling you my background. Okay. I started off my entrepreneur journey having come from a family of business people, industrialists. I moved to UK after my studies, my first degree in Unilag. Moved to UK, and then I found myself in a land where I have no relative, uncles or whatever.
Strange land. That's
I know.
It's
it's not the UK of today. I'm talking about UK of.
Was it better or worse?
It was better.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about UK of the early 20s, late early 20s.
Yeah.
You could get a lot of things done without all the things that you have on here now, the negative stuff that comes from immigrants all over the place. So I was going to school and I was working, but I haven't come from a family of hard workers and people who just go for it, go getters. I had to find a way around it, because as a student you are limited to how many hours that you can work. So I thought
over there.
Yeah.
Why
it still happens today. So I thought to myself, well, this is not going to get me anywhere if I have to live by wages that I get from doing healthcare work or doing some of these work that you have to do as a student. So here's what I did.
What's that?
You have the departmental shops in the UK that they call Tesco. I'm sure you've heard about them.
Yes, I have.
Sainsbury.
Yes.
All right. And Lidl. And the likes of them. So, but you have Tesco Express, and then you have the normal Tesco shops. So, in each Tesco Express, you have a signboard, always attached to, close to the access or the entrance of the shop.
I like where this is going.
Now, if you live around that borough or around the street or wherever it is there that is close to there, you live around that neighborhood, you can always go to this place and advertise wherever you want. So you can, if you want to sell a sofa, you take a picture of your sofa, put your number, and then you stick it there.
Yeah.
They're only gonna take a token from you, 50, just £1.
The way you said it, it's like people knew about it, but people were not taking advantage.
They're not taking advantage. So what I did, this is interesting. This is one of, I haven't told anyone this story in the past probably 5 years.
Whoa.
So this is what I would do. I had a guy who came to UK, not as a student. He came to live in UK. He's from Ibadan. That's funny, right? And he has this thick Ibadan accent. Rahim.
In the UK?
In the UK.
Oh, this is
So
good.
this guy was my flatmate. So I noticed that this guy is a good artisan.
Yeah.
He's good in carpentry, joinery, and all of that. I'm not good in that. But I am a good thinker. I'm a business developer. My people are industrialists. My parents have bakeries. They have industry. So I could think on the spot. So I came up with the idea. If this guy knows how to do bricklaying work, do all this general work, plumbing work, but he's not educated, we could partner, collaboration.
The educated and the uneducated with skill.
Yeah. And I know a lot of places around the London borough because my work entails, I done project management, I work in the shop, I've done security, I travel around. He's new in town, he doesn't know anywhere. So I figure out, you know what? I can go and talk to those white guys, come up with different things, put my advert on the billboard in Tesco Express. people will call me. So when they call me, I pick this guy up. We'll go there. We'll do the job, and we'll split the money 50-50.
Did that work out?
Work out big time. I was earning big buck, bro.
From something that people did not take advantage of. You saw it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you were making money from it in another man's
I'm
mouth.
telling you, I was not restrained to paying tax or any of those things because these were art stuff. I'll wake up as early as 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, jump on the train, go out there, come back as late. Then the days that I've to go to school, I'm not doing anything. So Raheem was going to work every day, but anytime I got us a job, they always call me big number, and I would just pick him, Oga, we're going to work today. He was always happy, and I'm telling you, he still calls me today.
Beautiful.
So the whole idea of that is to tell people that from nothing you can become something. That song says you can be whatever you want to be.
I'm sure that's a that was what mostly motivated you with Cashmere Group.
Yes. And then the name of that business then was Budget Project. And it's an home improvement business. So which means if you want to have plumbing done, you want to have joinery, and anything at all that is messed up in your house, you want to get it done, don't worry yourself. We're going to come and fix it at budgeted price.
You know what? This is a good place to get a glass of water. We'll be back. Just under like 50 seconds there, but please stay with us. This is getting interesting. If you're listening to us out there, you want to start a bit. I mean, that's why you need to listen to EDC from 3 p.m. to 3:30 every Tuesday afternoon. If you miss it, inspiring stories like this. We'll be back. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. And it's really.
I'll tell you.
The fear to go to the UK and then start up something great. I think it's a lot.
Do you know that even right now, someone else can still apply that strategy and it will work?
You think it will work?
Yeah, because this Tesco is all over everywhere in London. They have mini Tesco Express everywhere. The signposts are still there. The thing is, people want to go to London or go to UK, Scotland, everywhere to do air care job, to do tech job. Number one, for you to do a tech job in the UK, you've got to have your status. What if you don't have your status? I had a student status then, right?
Yeah.
And I had to do something that the status will not restrain me from doing. I can't do more than certain hour of time. I cannot spend more, certain hour, more than I'm expected to.
You know what? Let's just still go back on. This is very interesting. If you hear the conversation we had off air, you'll be so amazed. Anyway, you're listening to 92.3 Inspiration FM. Of course, this time is for EDC, and we're right here with a great man, a very, very great man. And you know what? You need to remind people your name.
My name is Cashmere.
Cashmere.
Okay,
I love that. Oh, now I know where the business is born out.
Yeah.
And we're talking about some of the challenges at the time when you had moved over to the UK. You started doing things, and you made mad bucks from it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's so inspiring, right?
Yeah.
It's so inspiring. But this is my personal question to you. So, the Cashmere Group has developed properties all over the world. I mean, I'm sure it's not just restricted to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Can you mention other countries where
Okay, so this is what we have done. Real estate. There are 3 windows to real estate. Entry point to real estate.
Yeah.
Number 1 is brokerage. Number 2 is investment, and number 3 is development. Now, development, you're building houses for other people to buy from you.
Yeah.
Investment, you are encouraging other people and helping them as consultant, or representative to invest in real estate. Different scheme in real estate, right? And then brokerage, you're helping people to own assets, helping them to buy house, land, and other forms of real estate assets. So what we did before we started the real estate, we thought, how do we best serve the real estate industry in Nigeria and Africa?
Honestly.
And then we wanted to make sure that we will come and set a standard of excellence, quality delivery, scalability, and a social impact. So for us, it's not about money. It's not all about money. It's about how can we change life? How can we create wealth?
Yeah.
And you can only do that by doing it holistically. So with Cashmere Real Estate, we have started with brokerage. We've helped a lot of people acquire property. We have clients all over, the diasporans in Nigeria, Nigerians in diaspora. We have South Africans from African countries. We even have expatriates who come to Nigeria that have been our clients. Now we have moved from brokerage. We're still in brokerage. We have also upgraded into investment. Now what we are now currently pioneer now is development.
Amazing.
So we have a project now called the Boundary Towns.
Ooh, that sounds so heavy. But you know what? I just gotta ask one more question because we got commercials to go for. We come back from that and we're gonna get into other part of the the conversation. But this question, very, very important. Developing real estate in Nigeria is in this day and age can be very tasking, especially when it comes to people who are just starting out. But what are some of the important factors to consider when undergoing that kind of task in Nigeria when it comes to developing real estate?
Okay, first of all, you gotta be a person of vision. You have to be a visionary.
Visioneer.
You will not succeed in real estate development if you're not a visionary leader. It's all about its own vision. Now, some would say it's a capital intensive business.
Which, do you deny that it's not?
No, I'm not saying not. It is, but that is not a starting point. The starting point is vision.
So that means a man can have millions of dollars in his account but still fail when it comes to real estate.
Yes. It's happened over and over again, many times. But then you can have someone who will come from nothing, who has a vision, who knows the solution to profile. The problems, who can see the problem and profile solution. And then he can take a journey of faith, and then a provision will come.
Ooh. Two things I picked up from what you said. Be a person of vision and provide solution. Wow.
There are people with money. There are people with resources out there with money lying out in their bank account who don't know what to do with it. They're looking for visionaries who have discovered problems and have found answers to these problems. And then when you see that and you can pitch it to them, they will bring the money to you.
All right. So let's get on that break and then we'll be back and we'll continue with the conversation. Yeah, hi.
He's blocking Mr. Zoo.
Mr. Zoo?
Yes, his car.
Oh, your car is blocking someone.
Is anyone who can help us drive it out?
Oh, okay.
I think someone needs to help because
network
to get
of
through to
entrepreneurial
3:30.
leaders and a fantastic curriculum.
So we're able to get through to 4 questions.
Tailor-made just for
we've got
you.
like
The certificate
5 more
in
to go.
Entrepreneurial management
I think I like
gives
the
you this and
the
many more.
arrangement of the
The
conversation. I like the way
program
it's
runs
going.
for 4 months.
I'm not
Packed
even
with flexible
following.
blended
I'm
learning
following it, but
and
it's more like
practical real-world
I'm trying to
insights
point
and
out a
tools,
story, and I like the
helping
fact that you
build
did like a
capacity
grass to
to
grace kind of thing,
transform
and then
your
we're here.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that you mentioned anybody can start. It's not just
Anybody.
having all the millions of naira.
No.
So I think I like what next weekend is going to. Many people think that real estate is just buying or renting a house and collecting annual rents. Is there more to this, especially in Nigeria? So we'll build up this conversation from the point of being a person of vision, and then we'll build it from there.
873
I don't know, I want people to grasp it. It's not just an interview.
Yeah.
It's a moment to inspire people to actually move ahead. and do
Move
something.
ahead.
Or email programs@bau.edu.ng right now to secure your spot. Let us partner with you on your entrepreneurial journey today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're back here. It's 92.3 Inspiration FM. It's still, of course, EDC going on. You want to build your business and you're not listening to this program. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. But right here, we're here with the amazing founder of Kashmir Group. And every time, I love the way he says his name, and I'm going to let you say it again.
Kashmir.
Exactly. It's just different. It's some when the person who owns a thing is talking about his own product, he says it differently.
Yeah.
So I can ask the questions, but this is a man that sells the market. So let's get on to the next question that we have together. Real estate buying and selling, which seems to be like the underlying factor in real estate. You buy, sell, buy, sell. But is it just about buying and renting a house and collecting annual rent and blowing up and traveling to the Maldives for vacation? Or is there more to this, especially in Nigeria?
There is more to that.
Tell us.
Now, there is a housing deficit
Yeah.
in Nigeria, and not just only in Nigeria, Africa and worldwide. We understand from statistics that Nigeria has about 63 million housing deficits.
Oh, that's wow.
And that's huge. And I'm talking about statistics of 2 years ago. So if you had 2 years to it, what do you think will be the difference?
Wow.
And with the inflation and all the things happening around economy in West Africa and Africa as a continent, these things keep going on. Now, the scripture says that a good man leaves inheritance for his children.
Yeah.
It's not just your children, but your children. You hear about the Rockefeller family.
Yes.
You hear about some of the great families. I can mention more of that. The Rothschild. Now, what is it that has separated this family from all the families that we know around the world? You hear in Lagos, they say somebody has a old money. What's old money?
What is old?
That's a question we should ask ourselves. Now, that means this wealth has been preserved from one generation to another. Now, I put it to you that most of these guys that we call old money, their money are tied down in real estate.
So you mean that under the the gaze of, let me just say, put it like this, we see the beautiful things about, when you talk about old money and money that comes from generation to generation, everything is actually just tied down in real estate.
In real estate.
Now, as you're talking about that, I love the fact that you mentioned this old money. People that are not in old money and they have to build like ourselves, we have to build from new money.
Yeah.
And our new money has to make old money for us tomorrow. We pray to God for that.
Yeah.
But let's talk about high quality, affordability. Because to be honest with you, you don't have old money. How do you get into real estate when you don't even have that kind of money, honestly?
Simple.
How do you balance affordability with high quality infrastructure when it comes to, your group?
Simple. Now, we talked about affordability. Affordability means is that everyone can afford it.
That's true.
At least
Yes.
80% of the populace can afford it. And then we're also talking about high quality delivery. That's excellence. How do you match the two together or come to a place of balance?
Yes.
Now, you want to be able to provide products like affordable housing so that everyone has good house to live, right? Can always go to work and come back home to a comfortable place, right? That is something reasonable, not a slum or or
True.
something like that. But I mean, a place reasonably comfortable. You understand? When we talk about comfort, there is power supply, there is ventilation, there is space, whatever it is that makes for comfort. But at a very, very good price.
Good price.
You understand?
It's very important.
And then quality delivery. Now, this has to do with money. The inflation has not been helpful. Now, if you look at Nigeria, most of the developers, at least the 80% of the ones that I know, or the people in our industry, they are being forced into important building materials. Because if you are building affordable housing, you want to deliver, say, for example, 1,000 units of 3-bedroom apartments or 1,000 units of 3-bedroom terrace in an estate. You're not going to be going to Oriade.
No, you will not.
You're not going to be going to Oriade or Alaba to buy building material because you know what's going to happen? They're going to make you. But if you have to deliver your project on time and deliver excellently, you might as well go to the manufacturers in Turkey, in China, and then import them, of course, at discounted prices and at very, very specific, you understand, specification that you have given to them to manufacture for you. So the determining factor, the balance here is the money. Can you provide affordable housing? Yes. Can you deliver it at excellency? You can. But you have to be able to come to a place where you say, you know what, I am going to deliver this product, make it available for Nigerians to buy at affordable price, with good quality. Then, while I'm doing that, I also have to make my profit. So the way to balance this thing is looking at the consumer, the producer, and then the guy who delivers the project. You match all of that together. You understand? And then you are not going to cry.
Very important.
So If, for example, let's say, for example, that we have manufacturers of these building projects in building materials in Nigeria, I mean, that would be a relief, but we don't.
That's a huge issue.
That's a huge, and then the challenge that we also have as in our industry is that the banks, the financial institution, they're not even helping matters. We talk about mortgage. In Western world, the only way they augment all this stuff that we're talking about, or the only way the government has been able to provide solution to help them make it affordable for people to buy a house is mortgage, the mortgage system. Now, what is the mortgage system? At what rates do people get mortgage there? We're looking about 5% APR to 7% in the US, in the UK. But in Nigeria, what is it? We're looking about 27, 28. So I want to buy a house of 200 million naira. I come to you, I need 200 million naira. First of all, you are going to ask me for my equity.
Which is true.
You're not going to give me all the money. You tell me, go and get 20% or 15% of it. And then when I take that money, the interest on it is about 27, 28%. But in the UK, it's 5 to 7%. And they even make it easy for you to access these mortgage loans.
You know my joy here,
based on your credit history.
You know my joy in this conversation is that you have started something that has started to solve a lot of these issues that has to do with real estate in Nigeria. And I want to say that that's a huge relief for us who are coming up. And it's so happy that you mentioned old money. So now, if you don't have old money, you can have new money and still make impact. That's the beautiful point. But as we get to the end of it now, because we're left just under 2 minutes, quickly, for listeners that want to learn more about real estate and what you do, and how you want to share how they can reach you, is there do you have a social media following, you have social media page or phone number or something?
Okay, so first of all, here's what I want to say. If you want to succeed in real estate, you have the right plug here.
True.
If you want to make it in real estate, you want to start your journey in the real estate, like I said, the first thing is not money. The first thing is journey. Then after vision. Then after the vision, you want to know how you can go from vision to gain the money that you need to start the startup fund, and then actually to start buying assets. And then if you want to build and start building, it's simple. It's all in the vision. And where there's vision, there's provision. Okay. Now, for us in Kashmir Real Estate, we have come up with different ways with which people can start, raise money, and own real estate asset, or even become real estate developer. For example, do you know that in real estate, there is a way you can get involved in real estate and not actually own a property, but still make money from real estate? We call it capital gain investment. So for us, you invest your capital, you understand, for duration of time, say 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. We use your money to do real estate project, maybe build, buy land, develop, and sell, and then you share profit with us.
That's beautiful.
That's a model that we applied in our business. And then all over the world, there's what we call REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust Fund. We're the first real estate company to pioneer this in Nigeria.
That's great.
So you ask, how can I get on it? How can I key into this? Simple. You can reach us on our website, KashmirRealEstate.com. We are the home of real estate excellence in Nigeria. No cap. And we mean it. What we have come to do with the real estate industry in Nigeria is to disrupt, arrange, and set a standard for excellence.
I like
doing it right, doing it well, and delivering to people so they can enjoy. Helping you to create true real estate so that you can leave it for your children and your children's children. This we have been able to work out.
Beautiful.
Through our brokerage services, our capital investment services, and development.
All right. So I like that.
www.KashmirRealEstate.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Kashmir. Perfect.
They want to have our numbers?
Yes, please. Quickly.
Our number is 081 865 78916.
One more time.
081 865 78916. 916. They can DM us, call us, send a WhatsApp messages, and then we can take it off from there.
All right,
we have a
amazing.
lot in stock for people.
Yeah.
The real estate is a new oil, is a new gold.
All right. So we sign up for this beautiful song, Waiting We Gain from Victor AD. Perfectly sums up everything we've talked about. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Kashmir, for joining us. Of course, it's EDC. And we're so glad to have you. And I'm sure that EDC is so proud to have you in their team as well.
Yes.
Much blessings to you and much success.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so
very
much.
Thank you.